Hey yo baby, in this video I'm gonna give you my build for long axe or two-handed axe or whatever you wanna call it. It's a bruiser build, it can be used on other stuff as well, but I highly recommend you use it on the axe. Two-handed axe is the best weapon in the game. It's a really good bruiser build, it's really good for newbies as well. If you are good at the game, it's actually even better for you. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so I have been playing this game for a bit now. I feel confident enough to tell you that this is the best build you can use. If you're not using this, you're trolling. That's it. If you're playing Axe, you need to use this build. If you're not using this build, you're trolling. Yeah, that's right. There's no other build. Any other build, yeah, it's shit. Don't even bother with it. Anyway, jokes aside, this is a pretty good build. I love it. It's been going really well for me using this. It's really amazing. It gives me a lot of HP. I love it. I'm gonna kiss JK Rowling and then make out with Greta Thunberg because of this build. However, let's get started with analyzing it and like telling you exactly why I put points in what I put points, right? You put points in these two because you have to. You have no choice. The shield bash is whatever. It's really dog shit. You shouldn't shield bash anybody because he's not gonna just block you and then you're gonna get stunned, which is the worst thing ever. Uh, this Reaper thing allows you to hit more people with your attacks. It's pretty good actually. It's worth taking. This one is dog shit. Anyway, let's go on the left side, on the dogshit side, why not? This increases your shield resistance, not really important for you, even though you should probably switch to spear and shield from time to time, so it's something, but you have to take this anyway, because you don't have a choice. Now this one, tough one gives you 1% health, which is insane. You get 10% health, 10% of whatever the normal health is, results into this, which is pretty good because I have 200 constitution. I love 200 constitution. It feels so good to have 200 constitution. So yeah, I would definitely take this one. It's very good. Now moving on, evade armor penetration of an attacker is reduced by 0.5% up to 10 times, so that's like 5%, which means it negates 5% armor penetration from overhead swings on the axe. So for example, you don't take the extra damage, which is pretty good. Really good actually, in my opinion. Man of Steel, really good, but only if you're using heavy armor. On myself, I'm using, let me show you. I'm using four pieces heavy, which are gloves, shoulders, pants are medium, chest is heavy, and helmet is medium, and also boots are heavy. So yeah, I would definitely use that ability if you are using a lot of heavy pieces, so like 4 heavy pieces. I recommend using 4 heavy pieces on this build. You can go medium 4 pieces and like 2 heavy or whatever, but honestly I think heavy is just better because it will give you good survivability and you will be alive for a long time and be able to actually do damage with this build. Now, moving on to the right side, we got Strongman, increases your damage by 0.5% per level in Strongman. That's 5% damage extra. Pretty good if you ask me. You also put 5 points in Brute because I don't really have what else to put points in. You can, I guess you can go Sting maybe, but it doesn't give you as much damage and it's only piercing damage. So like if you are playing with Spear as well, like I am, I normally switch between like Axe and Spear, right? So like if I'm playing with Spear as well, yeah sure, Sting is okay, but nah, whatever. I'm just gonna take Brute here. It's a little bit more, it's a bit more damage to all weapons, so I think it's worth taking over Sting, actually, now that I think about it. But if you put like 10 points, you get 3%, so yeah, definitely a good one if you use Spear a lot though. Right. So we take these two for extra damage, literally 3 damage, and then we take Dirty Fighter. Why do I take the Dirty Fighter? Because I backstab a lot. With this build, well, this is just my playstyle, to be honest, you can play differently if you want. Basically, I try to always be behind enemy targets, so if I am in a fight, I usually go for the backstabs as much as possible. I switch targets all the time and try to exploit people's backs because that's the way you do the most damage with this build. You have a lot of armor penetration with your axe, so like 5%. And I also take Huntsman, which also increases the armor penetration of weapons that have armor penetration. I'll probably need a veteran to tell me if this actually works with hammers, because I feel it doesn't. I feel like long axe actually does more damage than hammers, even though hammers should have armor penetration, I think. Let me see if I have a hammer on hand. No, I don't. Oh, wait, I do. So, like, This one says, like if you look at the bottom text, right? Devastating against heavy armor, but inefficient for stabbing. Damage increased by strength. It doesn't say any armor penetration anywhere, so I don't know. I don't know if it actually counts or not. You don't see it on the long axe. You actually see armor penetration on the tooltip. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe the devs know better. Who knows? Maybe I get to ask them. Right, so you take Huntsman to increase your armor penetration. This will increase your overall damage, which is pretty freaking cool if you ask me, to be honest. Now, Finesse. This one is pretty good. It increases your attack, like it decreases your drain on attacks, which is pretty crazy actually. 1.5% per point in this. I feel like it's one of those things you put points in because you don't really have what else to put points in. But it's good. I think it's good. I think it's definitely usable. It helps a lot with stamina, even though you're gonna have like 1,000 stamina anyway. Like this is unbuffed, by the way. If I put a buff up, I can go up to like 1.5 or 1.6 k stamina, which is more than enough. Now, Veteran, this one is really good. It increases your maximum stamina, like I said, up to 1,000 stamina. In my opinion, probably one of the best perks in the game, or abilities, or whatever you want to call it. Now, a few people would probably ask me, why don't you take Breaker, for example? Why don't I take Breaker, for example? Because it's actually trash. It increases the damage you do to shields by 1% per level of Breaker. That's 10% damage to shield increase. So you're gonna swing for 100 or something like that on shields normally, 110 or whatever, and with this absolute trash ability, you're gonna swing for 110. Let's say if you swing if you swing for 100, you're gonna swing for 110. It's absolutely trash. If you take this, you're wasting 10 points. There's no point for you to do 10 more damage. Like that's actually worthless to anybody, anywhere, in any country, right? So if you take this, you are trash. You are trash in the game. You don't understand the game. I don't know why the builds on the website say to take this. It's actually trash in my opinion. So yeah, there you go. Now, there's also another thing that people for some reason take a lot. I guess even I took a lot in the beginning. I thought, I get health regeneration, blah blah blah. You know, like 20% health regeneration from this. It's actually not that much. Because if you look at this, your normal health regeneration is 9, let's say, yeah? Let's say it's 10, whatever, for the sake of the argument, right? 20% of 10, how much is that? Absolute dog shit. You don't take it. It's useless. Now, why don't I take these abilities? Honestly, I think this one is good for newbies. But in order to take this one, I need to put 5 points into this one, so it's not really worth in my opinion. And then, you're gonna spend 10 points that you could spend just getting more damage or like getting Huntsman, in my opinion, so it's actually trash. But this one is good because like it gives you like a little stagger, which is pretty cool. Survival Instinct, it decreases the time between like when you go out of combat by 1%. So it's good for running away, but I don't really run away. That's why I die so much in games. So yeah, whatever. Not really interested. Some people will take it. This one, not on my watch, is absolutely worthless for you. There's no point for you taking it. Battle Rage. I guess it's one of those abilities. If you are fighting in a room and there are people trying to come into your room and you swing and swing and just spam swing, it's good. But most decent people that you're gonna fight, or like even like half decent people you're gonna fight, they will just block you. Like, so then it becomes useless. I don't think it's worth it, and you have to put a lot of points in other random stuff in order to get to it. Like, for example, I would have to put points in Sting, which is absolutely useless if I'm using an axe most of the time. So yeah, it's pretty good. I like this build. I think it's really worth. If you want to go like, only changes I would make to this, honestly, there's no change. Now I think about it, I wouldn't change anything about it. I've been playing with this build for a long time, and I feel like it's been really good to me. As you can see here, I took 265 strength and 200 constitution. However, I'm thinking of doing a reroll here and putting 250 strength, 200 constitution, and the rest I'm gonna put it in dexterity. But I only want to do that because of the Crusher Sword. If you don't know about the Crusher Sword, it's gonna be on the screen. It has like armor penetration and it does like blunt damage, so it's pretty good. But I still think that the axe is still the best weapon in the game right now. Well, besides spears, but spears are just OP to be honest. Like for new people, you should just use a spear if you're a new player. Anyway, that's gonna be the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Kiss, kiss, bye bye.